basically it's kind of, we don't have power on it here with the HUD, but the tub might even be salvageable. Yeah, the tub is salvageable, but we're going to and the grout actually is very good in here. The tile's good, but it's dated. I'm gonna cut it out, and we're gonna put 12-inch dirt colored tile. Beige. Probably the same on the flooring. New 30-inch vanity, new toilet, new mirror, new fixture, $2,000. Now, the tub we can save, but the tub's really not a whole lot of money. So we'll just still factor $2,000, and we'll have a little bit extra wiggle room. We're going to probably have to prime this because of the dark colors. You understand that? The darker the wall color, you're either going to put 2 coats of paint on it or you're going to prime it. So in this case, we're going to prime it. Is there another bat?
It's a powder. It's a powder.
Okay. Okay. So we got a quarter bath. Another. You know, basically we've got a vanity, mirror, and a toilet. So we're going to replace those. You get about $100 in the toilet. That's exaggerating. And you've got a vanity. You've got a 24-inch vanity. You can probably get the 24 at the depot. You can get the kind of the one piece. It all comes together with the countertop and everything for like $90. That's what we're going to put in there. But then with the new light. So.
Mike, with the priming, so it's not $1.20 per square foot anymore? Like if you have to prime everything?
Good question. Donnie.
What's up with the stars?
It's not going to cost you as much to paint it, to prime it. Priming first before painting, how much is going to add to our paint?
Before I give it a 10 to 15% variance on what the original painting did was.
So if we're spending $1,000 on paint, it's going to be 110?
Probably 200, round up. Let's go 20% in that case.
I'm thinking at least 20. But they don't have to, I mean, you know, we're not doing two-tone on the primer. They come in here with a sprayer. Done. I mean, because we're not going to have, I mean, we don't need to worry about overspray on the floor. All they can do is mask out windows and stuff like that. Okay, when they paint it, now they've got a mask, now they've got to do the trim and everything, and the base molding separate colors.
They don't worry about the windows if you're going to replace them.
True, yeah, true.
So we're replacing the window.
We're replacing the windows. So somebody count the windows as we go through here.
I'll say 350 windows.
Yeah, we got a lot bigger windows on average. So instead of like 3 1/4, I'm just going to average 350 a window, and we've got some fudge factor for that.
It's crazy. Yeah.
Must be coming up from the
It's coming
furnace.
through
then.
the vents.
Yeah.
Must have large
Although there
fires.
weren't vents in the where the fireplace was,
From that
so it's not
heater
there.
place.
Could be. Yeah. But it wouldn't.
Okay, let's go check out the basement.
The doors in here, Mike, you just, like, the doors here look pretty good, just paint them, or do you?
The 6 panels we can paint. If they're not 6 panels, we'll replace. But we will put new hardware.
Okay.
Mike's under contract for it.
Yeah, little roofing nails. Not nice. I love blue.
Do you, Mike,
Yes.
do you 6 panel the door going out the garage or just,
No.
no?
I
just
mean,
regular?
if we can paint that door and get it looking good, we'll just paint
Leave
it.
it, okay.
Yeah. An exterior door is going to cost more, so we'll try to salvage those.
Ooh, that's a nice.
Got a bit of a musty smell here, but not that big a deal. We got to get rid of some wallpaper. We're not going to be able to patch that, so we might end up having to like re-sheetrock that. Well, sometimes you take wallpaper off, it doesn't want to come off. It rips off the outer layer of the sheetrock, so you might have to sheetrock it.
Looking at the bathroom, you'd probably have to sheetrock it anyway.
It really is musty in here.
Yeah, we got the water damage.
Are the windows big enough, access and egress, all that?
It does not matter because it was to code when this house was built.
Oh.
If I can paint over it, no, I'm just going to paint over this. Yeah. I'll add the base trim so we can have the two-tone. But yeah, I'm just gonna paint right over the Formica. We did one recently where it was a bi-level, and in bi-levels, you know, typically in the basement you've got, you know, concrete here and then sheetrock above, and you have like a little ledge. In that case, it was like it was this stuff on the lower level. They painted that the white on the lower half, and then the beige on the upper. It looked really good. It looked like what do they call it? Wainscoting. Yeah. So it was an extra feature. We've got fixtures. Are the somebody check the listing? Are the bedrooms? I mean, this looks like add-on. Is this permitted? Is this?
It's calling it 2 bedrooms in the basement. I mean, that's what it says. Is that what you're asking?
Yeah.
No egress.
Percent lower finish. Okay, it's saying basement 90% finished, but yeah, it's a 5-bed, 5-3. Okay, so I mean, this is. I mean, what is that? This doesn't fly. I mean, sheet metal screws and masonite for. I mean, that's got to be sheetrocked. Okay, this we're gonna keep it, but these rooms get cold. Okay, because you've got no insulation against the concrete. They've stuccoed it, and that's fine. We've got a closet. I would probably have them rework this a little bit. Sheetrock this in, make it look right, maybe even make the closet a little bigger, and maybe even put like a little desk thing there in the corner, which more or less is just like a piece of countertop between the wall and the closet. You follow me?
And then it's a special feature.
And then it's a special feature. But this is crappy like that. But we can make this functional, okay, for fairly inexpensively.
So, I'm sorry, were you saying that you try to make that more flush?
I'm gonna make this come out. I'm gonna have to extend this vent out a little bit because I want this I want this going up.
You wouldn't extend the vent, you just drywall it in, right?
Move the vent.
Move the vent.
I don't know what they do. I mean,
Here's
I write check. They do what they gotta do. You know, it's not that big a deal in my mind.
Just a piece of flashing and then put the grate back on.
I'll take your word for that. Whatever they got to do to extend it to make it work, they'll do that. I'm pretty sure. But I'd rather have this all, you know, sheetrocked in as opposed to having, because that looks inferior.
But it matches the ceiling.
Which we're going to replace. So.
Are you redoing the ceiling?
Yes, we're going to sheetrock the ceiling. I'm not going to. You like the glitter? Yeah. That used to be the stuff.
That was it.
What about floating walls?
It's already finished, so I'm not going to have to float anything that isn't floated, so long as they keep the same walls.
So would you scrape or retexture this, or?
No.
I was thinking about sanding the one in the basement. Just paint it in the basement, how bad could that be?
So this is a bigger bedroom. It's very dark, but those shelves are going, that closet's going to be sheetrocked, we're going to have double doors, I'm going to paint everything. Here's where obviously we've got something leaking in the upstairs bathroom. Can you guys see this?
Nice.
This is probably where the smell is coming from. This carpet has gotten wet. Is that the kitchen? Okay, something under the kitchen then.
That's probably why that's all pulled out.
Yeah. So, I mean, that looks kind of yucky.
That's probably why they have the $4,000 repair
Yeah.
clause too.
Okay. Yeah. These great, I mean, I would even possibly consider digging these wells out, but I think the deck is up there, which is why, yeah, you're probably not.
And
So,
he considered digging out.
this is it's a bedroom in here, but it's not really a bedroom. I mean, it's,
The new fire with the right
know.
function.
yeah. Because you really, that's not egress.
That's
I mean, you couldn't get out of there.
That's not egress.
So, okay, let's go. Okay, we've got got some kind of water damage from upstairs. likely fixed, but this is all going to be cut out anyway. We got a little bit of mold, nothing to worry about. Interesting. So we got storage in the bathroom. I would probably just seal this off and make like an actual linen closet. And then add, oh, that was a bedroom over there, wasn't it? Yeah, just see it close off the rest of it maybe. Or in that bedroom, have like a little half door and have like a little extra storage in there. But we're gonna put a whole new bath in here. We're gonna add a vent exterior to vent the moisture. $1,500 down here. Assuming this, let's look at the basin here. Yeah, we can salvage the basin. We're gonna get rid of this plastic crap. We're gonna tile it in, make it look nice. 12-inch tile. Done. And what do we got? This is an unfinished room in here, I'm gathering.
It's laundry.
Okay, laundry, utility. Furnace.
No, that's all right. I don't want to get in the picture.
Furnace actually looks, it's enormous, but we're going to assume that's good. That looks okay. Regional 6307. So we don't have to do that, but we will clean this up. We'll get it looking pretty. We're going to get before we put it on the market, we're going to have an inspection and a service done on the furnace, and we're going to let people know that we had it serviced and approved. Okay? Because it is an older furnace, but it looks good. So, we don't have gas, we can't turn it on. Just a quick way to know if a furnace is good or not with the heat exchanger. You flip the little switch on the side here, you turn the thermostat up, you watch it, heat up. When the flame shoots on, you look down the heat exchanger, and if you see a nice tight line of the fire, it's probably good. If you see some flickers, where it's not keeping a nice tight line, the heat exchanger is probably bad. Okay? Easy, pleasy, for the most part way. Is that going to tell you if it's leaking CO? No, but I mean.
So does that mean replace it or?
Yeah, if it blows up, that's bad. Have you had one blow up?
Not while I was there.
Oh my God.
You actually had a furnace blow up?
The heat exchangers thing you mentioned, it knocked the burner sideways. The whole thing's on fire. No, it didn't like explode, but it caught.
There's that. I've never had that happen. For once, it's not me taking one for the team. Okay, did anybody count the windows?
A lot.
Yeah, there's a lot. I'm thinking 4,500 in windows right off the bat.
Do you still need 300 for these little ones?
Yeah, these are cheap. These Home Depot are about $80 per window. That's why, you got the labor, but if you figure just pure materials, it's about $80 a window. So we definitely want to do these. But it still works out on the average, because you get the big ones upstairs, you get the little ones down here, you're still going to hit 250, 300.
Yeah. So,
I got 15 down here.
You say 80 bucks?
yeah, you got down here. You got 15.
Total 6 down here.
Okay. So 15 times 3, $4,500. I good?
You planned it.
Done this a time or two. Okay. So we got 4,500 windows. We got kitchen 5. So 5 were 10. 9,500. 12. 13. There's my 500 brokey. So we're at 13. 14 landscaping. What else?
Roof for sure, because it's escrow.
Roof repair or roof?
HUD wants it replaced, so, I mean, but HUD is always, HUD will always assume the worst, so.
Right,
It may
you're
not
gonna,
be.
I mean, it looks flat to me, it's laying good, I think it's worth having a
At
roof
least have a
look at it.
yeah.
I mean, that's what inspection contingencies are for.
My only concern there is now that HUD has mentioned it, if they come in.
Doesn't matter, if we get a roof cert when we sell it, we're good.
Question is on a roofer, when do you actually call it a roofer, or do you call it an inspector?
Roofer.
Okay, because I was kind of get the impression of a roofer says, yeah, it needs to be replaced.
Depends on what roofer you call.
Okay, that's what I'm
saying.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's why we have a forum. So we're at 13. We got to paint
carpet, flooring, 2,000 square foot. So paint, 13, 14, 15, I mean, this is a 20. I mean, I can rattle off all the nitty gritty, but we're gonna be at 20, right?
Yep.
Okay, do you see where I'm going with this? We're going through all these line items, we're gonna add them up. You got a fancy form there to keep you on track, but it's usually gonna fall into a bucket. 15, 20, 25, 30, okay? Now, Lisa, you saw her finished product. She factored 28. What's it end up gonna be? 30, okay? So there really isn't a $28,000 bucket, it's a $30,000 bucket, right? Okay, when I start adding this stuff up, we're getting pretty close. We're getting in the upper teens. It's 20, okay? And that's gonna factor your miscellaneous, okay? If I can get you to anything at all today, it's when you look at these things, you can pretty quickly walk through and say, you know, it's a 2,000 square foot house. What's my flooring? What's my carpet? What's my roof? I mean, all these big ticket items kind of work together, and then you got your 20% or 10, and that's going to put you in a 15, a 20, a $25,000 bucket for the most part.
And my clients get upset with me when I walk into a house because, you know, obviously I've been doing this a while, but it always, Donnie, you always say it's 20. Well, most of the time it's 20. You know, and I'm not just making that up.
Why is it usually 20? Because usually we're in the same square footage range house. We're doing the